Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, today in this video I'm going to describe my experience about check-in, security and other aspects at Toronto Pearson International Airport, because I traveled recently on 22nd of October from Toronto to New Delhi Air India flight AI 188. So guys, I would not describe about the flight but rather about the airport process and time, because for flight I have already made a different video. So if you are interested to watch that, you can go ahead and watch in details where I've shown you various aspects. So guys, first of all, we all know that international flights begin their check-in, or I should say baggage drop, at 4 hours before their scheduled departure. So to be honest with you guys, I was anxious about it, considering the information, images, videos about long check-in delays at the airport. We had those issues too much just a few months back. Of course, government had taken steps, so I was very anxious about this, but still I maintained the standard. I did not go too much in advance. I reached the airport at 7:50, because when the scheduled departure is at 12:15, you anticipate these things to begin at 8:15. So I went there around 7:50, because I had some additional time reserved for any traffic delays due to whatever reasons out of my control. So when I reached there, I went to check the display board to see at which row the airline is gonna start processing. So it showed me B. So I approached. When I approached there, I found there was no, like, although it was too early, 7:55, so I did not find any Air India counter. Still I went there just to see if they are doing something. So from a different airline, a guy came and asked where I was going and other details. When I told him, he showed me a very small queue that was forming. So he told me just stand there. So around 8, Air India began its operations, and initially they opened just one counter, but slowly, like within a few minutes, they opened 6 counters. So the check-in process at the airline was very simple. Like after they started, hardly I waited for 5 minutes before I could hit a counter. The clerk sitting was very cooperative, and it hardly took next few minutes. What important for you is to that you need to prepare the right set of documents, including your travel documents and any other document you need. For example, for India, you need air suvidha and vaccination document if applicable, otherwise negative test result, whatever is in your case. So you should have these documents handy, because these documents, they were verifying. And then your travel documents, you should have them handy, so that you can save some time. And also when it comes to baggage, pack your baggages properly and with the allowed weight, so that you don't have to struggle at the end moment. So for me, everything was very simple. He did the things, he handed over boarding pass to me. Then the next was to go through security, where I was initially anxious, but when I went there, there were like 6 rows for security check were open at boarding, at security check gate E. Towards gate E, there were like security checks, and there was nobody. Like in front of me, there was a person who was just getting processed when I reached. So for me, it was like even much simpler. So hardly it took a few minutes. I was asked to put okay, yeah, when you go through the security, you need to know what items you can carry and what items you cannot carry, and pack them according to that, because that's gonna save not only your time, it's gonna save those who are behind you as well. Because everyone, a lot of you could be in hurry because of tight flight schedules. So always, like, do some research. It's not something huge, and pack according to the allowed limits and items, so that you don't have to go through additional checking at security. So I had done that, so it was not a much problem for me. They did it. After you are done through the security, depending upon the boarding gate, some of you may find it's long walk, but they have you don't need to worry about. They have like services available, like they have those automated walking, what do you call, walkers or something, where you stand and move to from one end to other. So that you can use. And if you have any disability or you need assistance, they have those staff members and necessary equipments, like those small vehicles and wheelchair and other accessibility equipments available. So those you can take. So it took some minutes for me. I reached the boarding area. When I reached the boarding area, I was the only one. There was one guy, but I'm not sure if that he was for my flight, and I arranged there. And there's a very good shopping area with lot of shops, duty free shops to purchase from. You can buy a lot of gifts and other things, and then you can also enjoy very good food. Like there's so many restaurants and coffee shops, tea shops, whatever. Like a lot of such facilities are available. So if you have to spend a few hours, it's not gonna be difficult for you. And most importantly, you get free high-speed Wi-Fi. That also made the process much simpler. It was much better than New Delhi airport, where you had to get the ID and password in order to access. I really don't like that. Like in the whole world, I have seen only in India such things. But there it was pretty simple, and I moved there and uh, I did it. And then when the flight came in, the process started. So I already described you the timing that it took and how much crowd it was there. I'm not going to describe more details about the airline, because for that I have made a different video. You can go ahead and watch that. So thanks for watching this, guys. Please subscribe to the channel.